Moving on to this part, we are going to explain about the difference of incentive between bureaucrats and politicians within both countries. First, we will begin with the bureaucrat inside the United States. In the United States, the bureaucrat do is to examine the action of the different government entities. First, bureaucracy implement the law and policy made by elected officials, then put into practice in specific situations and apply in the all contingency of the daily life. Second, the bureaucracy provides necessary administrative functions like conducting examination, issuing permitted and license, and also collecting fee as well as handle the paperwork of the government operation. Last but not least, they regulate various government activity or create the rule and regulate that clarify how various laws work on a daily basis. In addition, most people think that bureaucrats only follow orders. However, they carry out the decision that the president or the member of the Congress make, but the reality of their work is more complicated. The power of bureaucracy depends on how much discretionary authority it is granted, and they do not simply administrative policy, and it also makes and judges. Quasi-power minimize the power of the three branches of the government like the legislative, executive, and judicial. Bureaucracy are complex institutions designed to accomplish specific tasks. The complexity and the fact that they are organizations composed of the human being and can make it challenging for us to understand how bureaucracy works. Bureaucracy are nationally competitive and power-hungry. This means bureaucracy, especially at the highest level, recognize that limited resources are available to fit bureaucracy. They will work to enhance the status of their own to the detriment of the other. This effort can sometimes take the form of merely emphasizing to Congress the value of their bureaucratic tasks, but also mean the bureaucracy will attempt to maximize its budget by depleting all allocated resources each year. Moving on to the politicians, their function is to organize their daily responsibilities depending on the level of the government they work with. A local politician will likely to spend more time face-to-face with community members solving local issues than a national politician who spends time traveling different states, campaigning and meeting the community leader. Politicians at any level will generally have combination of the following duty and tasks like constituent, listen to the concern about the public issue, write law, and campaign for the vote. Politicians will take responsibility for formulation, coordinating, and deciding upon policy. In keeping with the needs of the public graph during the course of their duty, bureaucrats will assist politicians in formulating, coordinating, and deciding upon policy, such as through the providing basic data and information for those policies representing multiple options. Like in the United States, it's a representative democracy and the political system is dominated by political parties. With rare exceptions, elections are decided between two major parties, which are Democrat and Republican. Power of politicians is limited to their ability to influence their supporters. Now take a look inside the France. Bureaucrat and politician relations are very correlated with each other, which is enact and enforce strict rules and tightly compartmentalize people or function. These rules are meant to avoid the power struggle within given organization. Classifications are made increasingly formalized these compartments within bureaucracy and the society. In France, before become bureaucrat and politician, they need to have to train in E&A first, which are both of them have specialized training combined with a few barriers between civil service and politics, mean that the link between bureaucracy and elected office are strong and considered normal. Therefore, politicians in France will be elected as the president, a member of National Assembly by their people, and some are appointed to become prime minister or public bureaucracy by the president to govern in some different regions, departments, and communes. The working culture in France is generated by the president and National Assembly propose the law, and after they pass the law, the bureaucrats implement the law.